It's that time of show. We call it Around the
Movie Block with The Rock.
Rocco Passafume with his movie review, Aided and Abetted by Brandon Ellis.
Yeah. Yes, the movie I have for you this week is none other than the latest movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It is known as Captain Marvel. It is directed by Anna Boden, and it stars Brie Larson and Samuel L. Jackson. Amnesiac Carol Danvers becomes one of the universe's most powerful heroes when she becomes caught in the middle of a galactic war between two alien races. What's great about this particular one is, we're back to, one where we're introducing a new character into the franchise. I tend to like those more, because it introduces like a different dynamic to the franchise. But I definitely have to say, comparing it to Black Panther was like the most, for me, and for a lot of people, Black Panther was definitely one of the best Marvel Cinematic Universe movies in the whole franchise, because what I liked about it was it introduced great new ideas to the sort of great tropes of Hollywood that we haven't really seen in a long time. Like, my thing with Black Panther, what I loved about Black Panther so much is that it reminded me of both of James Bond, of Star Wars, and of like particularly old-fashioned Hollywood epics like Ten Commandments. So it introduced like in a very new way a lot of the kind of traditional Hollywood formula, and I think rightfully so. It definitely got much deserved Oscar nominations for that, because it definitely was like a new kind of twist on many old traditional themes. With Captain Marvel, the thing I have a bit of an issue with, as much as it's a very entertaining movie, like many of the Marvel movies are, is the kind of convoluted way that the story is introduced. This idea that, she's an amnesiac, and that, she has all these powers that come about. I get why they have to do that for this particular story, because I think that it creates a story that's more identifiable with women. I think that for that, it creates something that I think for women, if you're gonna have a superhero, it's not just like a woman superhero on top of a male kind of formulaic superhero story, but it creates a kind of convoluted kind of rhythm to the movie that I think unfortunately, as much as that it makes it stand out, it's also its weakness. I think that most movies, to really be great, I feel like has to have like a through line that really is smooth, and I feel like that the through line of Captain Marvel isn't always as smooth. The other aspect of it that I find a little like not so smooth is the whole period settings of the 90s. It feels like it's kind of just there as kind of like kind of thrown in there just more for like appeal to. It's not like a particularly well thought out kind of like it's great, like it's entertaining, but it's not like I feel like it's extraneous to the story. Like it doesn't really have like any, I feel like, a real place within the story. It's not like Guardians of the Galaxy where it really creates something for that movie where beyond entertainment value, it's a unique aspect to it. So I feel like we're reaching a point with the Marvel Cinematic Universe where I'm really genuinely seeing like that they're really kind of straining for new wrinkles to be told. I mean, we've had so many of these movies at this point, and with Captain Marvel, I think the most unique aspect, and I think that's why I think it's still a worthy part of the franchise, is the fact that it's about a woman. It speaks to a woman's perspective in terms of how she becomes a superhero and gains all these powers. It's definitely a little better than Wonder Woman in that sense, because Wonder Woman, Wonder Woman was more about the powers versus the character, and I feel like the strength of Captain Marvel is about the character. But like I said, it's told in a very convoluted way where I don't feel like it's entertaining, but it doesn't really. It's entertaining, but in a very messy kind of way. And I feel like I ask you, Brandon, what do you feel as a fan? Is you feel like how the movie stands against the other movies in the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Well, I'll be honest with you, Rocco. Initially, when the trailers came out, I enjoyed them for the most part. I wasn't too fairly impressed. From what I saw, it looked fairly typical for the most part, but I came in with an open mind, because let's be honest, your friend Brennan's a Marvel bitch.
Yes,
I want to watch
exactly.
anything with the Marvel logo. And not only is there the Marvel logo, it's pretty much called Marvel, Captain Marvel. So you better know that sort of name arouses me.
Yes.
So I had to go into that theater opening day and check it out.
Naturally.
Unfortunately, going in, I discovered that a lot of the reviews were either mixed or average or even negative.
Right.
So I didn't know what to think.
Right.
But coming into it, I came with an open mind, and I have to say, guys, it really wasn't that bad. It was a pretty solid Marvel movie.
I agree with that.
I can't actually say that it rises above that Marvel title like Black Panther or especially the Guardians of the Galaxy movies with their own identity.
Yes.
I think this very well fit into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I can't really say that it goes way above that.
Yes.
The characters, the side characters are very charming, maybe a bit more charming than our main lead, but I did like her spunk.
Yes.
I liked her power. I think that's very invigorating, especially for young girls who may actually be seeing this movie.
They will love it the most.
Yeah, there is a nice twist in the movie, so I really felt that the movie, for the most part, was very interesting the full way through, uncovering her past, who she is, her discovering herself.
Yeah. As a character arc, I thought it was a stronger movie than Wonder Woman. I felt like the character was more interesting, and you know, I can gripe about the broad strokes of the movie not being particularly smooth, but in terms of character development, that was very strong. I thought that was the real strength of the movie was the character arc of Captain Marvel and you know, Carol Danvers, and I think like that aspect I think will resonate the most with the audience, even people who are not necessarily superhero fans, and like just women who are going into this like, you know, looking for something different with a lead female character.
So with Wonder Woman, you're gonna have to compare the two.
Exactly. Yeah, totally.
So with Wonder Woman, I think the things it did right, it did amazing. The things that were shortcomings were really bad.
Right.
With this, I think Wonder Woman potentially did what it did more, and it did more right. I think there was nothing particularly fantastic about this movie. I would say it's good, not fantastic. But there was nothing really too bad about it per se.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely solid, like you said. I think that's definitely your. I would agree with you 100%. But it's still a worthy movie in the franchise, certainly.
A few things I do really have to praise. Again, Marvel, you got that Disney money, so you better believe it's gonna look good.
Yeah,
the effects on the planetary worlds outside of Earth looked amazing as usual. The de-aging effects on Samuel Jackson, his Nick Fury, and Clark Gregg as Agent Coulson. Oh my goodness, they looked like they were straight out of the 90s. Like, these are older people, but they really made them look younger.
That really tripped me out.
That's Marvel Disney money.
Yeah.
So if nothing else, come for the action. Come for a good story. Maybe not the best story, but definitely a good one. So I say check it out.
Definitely. I like I said, I definitely feel like it's definitely a solid entry in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Not maybe the best or the smoothest movie, but I definitely think it's one that if you like superhero movies, you'll find satisfactory. I think if you're female, particularly, I think you'll enjoy this. So, and you know, looking for something different in a you know, I hate to call it a chick flick, but I feel like that has that kind of dynamic to it a little bit. So I think that in terms of just a female film, I think that this will have much. There's a lot that's still worthy about this. So I give Captain Marvel 3 out of 5 stars. So thank you very much.
So thank you, Brandon and Rocco and Marvel. Thank you. All right. Mayo, last segment of the